Hi guys, it's Sandra here, and I'm back from vacation. Very happy to be home, but we did have a wonderful vacation. And I just figured I'd come on quick and let you guys know how it went um, with 3 kids on that long of a car trip. So I'm in my room right now because my boys have a couple friends over and it's kind of noisy out there. So don't mind the wallpaper behind me if you can see it. This is one of the rooms we have not remodeled. The rest of the house is getting there, but this one will have to just wait. Anyway, so overall drive time to get there was about 29 hours is how quick we got there. And on the way back, it was about 27 hours. So I everything that I had planned, the poker chip system we didn't use because they were just so good. And the DVD players that I bought didn't work, so they didn't even have those. I brought along their little DS. They did not play it the entire time. They just had fun looking at all the things along our trip and talking to Jackson in the back seat, and yeah, they just did awesome on the way there. And I think part of it was they were so excited to get there. They don't remember what Iowa was like, so everything was fresh and new. The whole trip was new to them. They don't remember seeing New Mexico, Colorado, Nebraska, nothing. So they really just, I think, were just so excited and ready to get there. They hardly slept the first night in the car, but Jackson did. He did just perfect. But they didn't fight, nothing. So, and we were in a really small car. I should have taken a video as we were leaving because it was a small car. I couldn't have fit Chris in if we tried. There was no room. Anyway, so yeah, the way there, it went perfectly great. We made it to North Platte, Nebraska. We decided that was like 20 some hours of driving, and we pretty much all had it at that point. The older boys kept, oh, wait, let's just go. Let's just keep going. It's only 7 more hours. But I was ready for a break. I was pretty tired. Jackson, I'm sure, was ready for a break. So we stopped at a hotel and spent the night there, and we slept in nice and late, and then we took off and did the remaining 7 hours the next day. And so that's how the trip there went. The trip on the way back was just as good. I don't have any complaints. We did go and replace the DVD players when we got there, and so we had working DVD players. So they watched a lot of movies. Sorry, my hair is really bothering me. It's so hot here. Anyway, so we had DVD players, and so they watched a lot of movies on the way back. Jackson was just a tad bit more fussy on the way back, but really nothing to complain about. And so it was good. There was no hiccups along the way whatsoever. So the trip itself went good. And our visit to Iowa went great. We didn't really do that many fun, exciting things because it was just the main purpose of the trip was to see our family. There was a lot of family to see. I saw Chris's family on his mom's side, Chris's family on his dad's side, my family on my mom's side, my family on my dad's side, my friends, and a couple of Chris's friends, and it was a lot of people to see. It was a little overwhelming, but I'm glad we went. So, my brother insisted to take us to a tractor pull, so we went to a tractor pull, and my kids just had a blast there. They thought that was really cool, which I didn't think they'd be into at all, but hey, what do I know? They had a blast with that. Just really busy. The only thing I can say was with Jackson, he was teething, and yes, he was for sure teething this time because he just had his first tooth pop through yesterday. It's not all the way through, but it broke the skin. You can kind of see it. So he was teething while we were there, for one. For two, we're in a different time zone, and schedules are kind of screwy. So that was kind of bothering him, I think. Plus, he was meeting new people every single day we were there. It was grandparents one day, a different set of grandparents another day, aunts and uncles, cousins, you name it. So the one thing that happened while we were gone is he got really clingy. And he still is. He hasn't gone back to normal. So we're going to have to work on that. Like, even when we came back, he didn't want Chris to hold him. He just wanted me to hold him. He's got really, like, the separation anxiety is definitely high right now, which he's at the age where that kind of kicks in anyway. So it's understandable, but we'll have to readjust, which so stinks because Chris is going to be going out of town for work this next week, and he's going to be gone for an entire week. So we didn't know that was going to happen. So that kind of stinks because, you know, I want to get back on track with things, and then Chris has to leave. So what are you going to do, though? I am glad he's got a job, and if he has to go out of town to work, that's just what has to happen, and that's okay. So, so that's how he was affected by the trip, I think. But for tips for you guys on how to handle driving that far, like with the kids, it's just go with the flow, you know. If you gotta stop, you gotta stop. If you get to a rest area and you want to keep going, don't push it. Just let your kids get out, run around, play, you know. Just let them stretch and do their thing. There's not much you can do in a car, so just when you gotta stop, you gotta stop. Whether you need gas or not, just stop and let them out, and let your time schedules go out the window of when you gotta eat and everything, because things just get thrown way out of whack. The first trip, on the way there, we stopped for breakfast, and I think we had breakfast at like 3:30 in the morning. And that's just because all of us were awake. Even Jackson was awake, and everybody was kind of getting hungry and kind of ready for a little bit of a break. So we stopped at 3 o'clock in the morning for breakfast, which is totally off our schedule. But that's the way you do it, I guess. It works out well that way. But just go with the flow, and things will go great. That's my only advice. But apparently my kids are really good in the car, and they just did great. And I don't have anything to complain about. So anyway, I do have photos that I will try to do like a slideshow of while we were there. My camera broke while we were there, so I don't really have a whole lot of pictures and videos and all that kind of stuff. So that really stinks. And my phone broke while I was there. My mom rode it over with the car. So out of it, I got a new phone. I got the iPhone. And so that's what I'm testing out now. I'm curious to see how it takes pictures and does videos, and how they'll look on YouTube and how they'll turn out. So hopefully that all works. But I am so glad to be back, because I didn't have internet while I was there. So I lost track of all your guys' videos and everything. So when I got back, I'm all caught back up now. But I felt like I was missing you guys. Like, oh, you know, and I don't know. So I'm back, and look forward to more videos from me. And one of the videos to come is how to ship breast milk. I was going to do it before I left, and I totally spaced it because I did it literally right as we were loading the car and packing the last final things. But I'll go through and explain to you how I did it and if it worked and whatnot. And we took the breast milk to Iowa in a cooler, because I'm supplementing about 8 ounces a day now. So I'll go through that in a separate video. And like I said, maybe a slideshow coming up, and a few clips from the trip, and probably some of the flood pictures, because we had to go around the floods that are over there and everything. So those are probably some of the ones coming up. But my kids start school soon, so I'll probably have a lot more time to do these videos, I'm hoping. So anyway, I'm glad to be back, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.